Alright, so welcome back. Hopefully all of you guys are having a fabulous day here today. We got some real fun stuff to jump into. We officially have our first look, official gameplay from the devs themselves, with some really cool things that I think this might actually be a very good skill kit. Because again, we read it on paper many times, but now we see it actually in game. So testing this out tomorrow will be like an absolutely fun thing to do, because I think that he can actually shift up the meta pretty well. But we'll talk about that later in the video. Today, new to the channel, again, like and subscribe, helps out a ton. Let's hop into it. And again, let me know down below, what's your thoughts? Pulling for it, skipping it? What you thinking? So hopping into it over here, we have Alpha, Beta, Gamma from JP and Global. I know, shocking. The English side of it actually posted it. No way, I did. That never happens anymore. They always have JP posted in the nighttime, and then in the morning time, like, they posted on Global. So I don't know why, but they have not been in sync recently. But now they are. For Todoroki, they are here. So Todoroki, new quirk skill set intros. Quirk skill Alpha. Ice Fang Wind Flame. Creates ice at your feet and becomes flames forward. Or sorry, it becomes frozen. I butchered that. Creates ice at your feet and releases flames forward. Enemies hit by ice become frozen. That's what we have over here. We have it full quality over here to take a look into it. But basically speaking, it's a 47 second long video here. So let's take a look into it. Let's just restart it here. So again, he gets frozen here. So Dabi's frozen there. And then again, he also gets hit. So looks pretty solid there. Not much to, again, write home about here. What I will say is sometimes with these animations, I don't know if it's just the way we look at them, or again, being able to test them in our own hands is different. But a lot of the time, I do think the animations look a little bit better in, again, in the official build. You know what I mean? I have seen the, again, I've shown this, right? Some of the other footage we had. But for the most part, I do like how it kind of looks here. It was similar to Dabi. I don't know. It could be me. I could be definitely high here. Just Dabi looked better in-game versus what I saw originally. And, yeah, the implode effect is really cool. So they are showing the implode effect, but basically, if you don't know what this is, so this is the beta over here, and if you haven't already caught up to this, but when you aim in aim mode and then hit this or shoot this, right, it will explode, and the bigger the beta is, the bigger the alpha is, creates the bigger explosion. It is a very cool attack, and it is something that can definitely, I think, be his highlight. But I don't think it's his only highlight. I think we have a highlight for him, and I want to show that to you. But again, this is what it looks like here. And again, I really like what they did here. We should have caught on to this, right? What they're doing is they're doing Dabi versus Shoto. And last season, it was Shoto versus Dabi the same way. And, you know, we should have caught on, like, probably Shoto's next too, because of the way they were doing it. Because in that one, it was hugging, like, Dabi hugging Shoto. And, you know, that's how they were showcasing Dabi via going against Shoto. Here, they're doing it Shoto versus Dabi, because, again, same way, right? It's just we should have caught on to that last season, but... you know, what can we say now? Todoroki, new quirk skill set, intros, quirk skill beta, heaven piercing ice wall, an area damage attack that creates a massive block of ice in the aim direction. The ice block can penetrate through walls. And we saw that yesterday with WSJ. They kind of showed it to us what it looks like when it penetrates through walls. So basically, if you have a prediction play where you're like, oh, I know someone's behind this wall, just ram on through and you know, just say what's up to homie on the other side. You know what I mean? Similar to Mirio, again, you know, kind of have that prediction play of, you know, where they're going, punch through the wall and hit them. Here, you don't even have to put yourself in that danger. Just throw this through the wall and just run, dude. And it's gonna be a pretty fun thing to see and a fun thing to test out. But that's what we have over here. We got the beta full footage here. Let's see it out. Again, 21 seconds. Some of these clips are actually longer than usual. We usually get like 10-second clips, so definitely a cool thing to see here. But again, you see it just ram on through, and again, it is adjustable to the height you want to go. So basically, if you want to run up here, actually, you can actually hit that and then run up here, and then again, you know, rain hell from above. So it's a nice high ground retake. It's also a nice way to actually have a movement in a kit that won't have any movement, right? Remember, you don't have movement on this kit. There is no movement on this kit, which again doesn't stop the character from being good. But this is his sort of vertical movement, right? Getting him somewhere quicker than you comparison, right? Like Dabi can kick up, he will throw this down, damage whoever's in his way, also create cover, correct? If he's going against somebody who's problematic, right? This will give him cover and allow him to do stuff, right? And in that same context, if you trying to aim here at him, you can't hit him. But if you choose to come close and he chooses to shoot at the same time and aims at this pillar, he blows you up. So, in my opinion, it's a very good trade-off, and that's what I think this character will have in the game. But always still testing. We don't really know how the character operates. Like Mirio, we were thinking like a really good character, and you saw his hitboxes were abysmal day one. Abysmal. They got buffed, he got better. So remember, always wait to see how the character turns out. Originally, like, we were looking at Mirio, we're like, this is insane. The ability to permeate, to dodge bullets and everything could be insane. But in game, it was far from that because again, his hitbox was very, very iffy. Where if you were to go to punch somebody and you were like a centimeter off, you missed. So, and a character who has 2 to 3 charges, that's a very bad precedent. So, we'll see how this character turns out. But again, it's a simple one in my opinion. Can't really fudge it up, right? So I'm thinking like 8 here really can't be below that, but we shall see. Todoroki's new quirk skill set intros. Quirk skill Gamma, Fiery Prison. Generates a fiery tornado in front with the flames advancing and reflecting off walls as they move forward. Eliminates all or an enemy's projectiles. Now, why I think this is super meta, like look at it, just hear me out here, right? If you look at it, when we had the release of, again, in my opinion here, when we had the release of Dobby was like a really meta-shattering character, and if you look at it, right after Dobby, we got Overhaul. Overhaul backhanded Dobby, basically, right? It's very hard for Dobby to kill Overhaul, just because, again, Overhaul first self-heals. Overhaul also knocks you down when you try to hit him, and Overhaul also, when hugged, can just go back on the ground and Gamma out of it, right? He has every cheat code to evade Dobby's attacks. So, theoretically, Dobby got countered pretty hard by Overhaul. But now Overhaul might actually, unironically, get countered by Dobby or by Todoroki, just because again this blocks his Gamma. His Gamma is nasty, probably the nastiest ability he has. But this blocks it because again, look at what it does here. And I want to test this in game to see how much of an extent it actually blocks it. But over here, it's like a fiery tornado, pretty simple. It keeps on running for a decent duration. So end game in a smaller circle, this could be a very deadly attack. Again, now you see you're in the POV of Dobby here, and trying to hit it, you can't. It does not go through, correct? So again, this is the big thing. I want to see it when in-game. Can, like, Shigaraki, can Overhaul counter this? That will be the biggest test. If they can't get past this, it is a big kind of issue, in my opinion, for Overhaul. But I still don't think Overhaul's going to fall off. He's still going to be a very meta character. It's not like he's done for or dead. It's the same way Dobby's not dead, correct? If Dobby goes against an Overhaul, pretty bad matchup. What Dobby has to do in that situation is either play far away constantly and never use the hug, or just wait for a third-party fight where Overhaul is getting jumped and then jump the Overhaul. That's kind of how Dobby can compete against him. Because again, while playing Overhaul, it's, in my opinion, a little bit harder to die to Dobby, just because, again, self-heal. So if he does get hugged one time, he either smacks out of it and full heals, or it gets smacks once, gets hugged again, smacks again. And again, Dobby, outside of that, his Gamma, unless he busts, he doesn't really do much, right? The Alpha is 90 damage, but Overhaul does the same thing at the same range at the same time. So there's always that kind of trade-off there, right? But again, I want to see how this operates and how this goes, because it could be a very good attack here. And again, you see it like, it doesn't reflect back. The way they say reflect, it just, it nullifies it, right? Not reflect would like throw it back at you, but yeah, I think that for the most part it will be a very powerful attack. And again, it's a pretty good AoE clearer. If the team is like really together and like you need to protect your teammate if they're trying to finish, if they're trying to do something, and they're all trying to like heal together or do something, this is a pretty good clearing attack. So for me, indoors, in game, I think that he is a monster. So if you are playing more so on the, in my opinion, on the newer map, then it will be a very nasty character. Because again, in buildings and such, and in UA, and in some of the alleyways and such, fighting him there would be like a very bad choice to go against, right? But we'll see, right? Because again, this also update will give us buffs and nerfs, so we'll see exactly to what extent characters are changed. Because again, I think that still Dobby might be able to screw him up, because again, he doesn't really have an ability to escape and an ability to really fight Dobby back. So like, we'll have to see that also. Again, if Dobby gets in your face, the freeze or anything won't work on him. So again, we have to see exactly how that operates. But we have this over here, JP's version of it. So they look like they do actually a little bit more here. So again, the freeze, testing that out, and also the hit there. So it looks like, just look at this real quick. You can freeze them once and then hit them again. So look at that, yeah. Freeze them and then hit them again. So double hit there. Over here, we have just a single hit, knocks him back. Pretty simple. Now over here, he jumps and hits them. Why is that? So he jumps down and hits him, then hits him again. Oh, was it trying to show like vertical, there's no ice on the bottom? Was that what it was? And then over here, showing the ice off again and everything around it. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. It just, to me, it looks a little bit better on the animations, but I could be wrong. Again, it could be just I was watching the videos in low quality maybe, or that's it, but I don't know. The fire just looks much better. It was like Dobby the same way. I felt that Dobby just became a little bit better in game, but I could be wrong again. Could just be that when I played as him, it was different, and then when I saw this gameplay, it was different, but I don't know for sure. Over here again, just knocks him back. Pretty simple. This is the JP footage again. A little bit different than the global one. They just do. I don't know why they do that. Is it because they wanted to do one in sub and then one in dub, right, for the JP audience? But yeah, you can see it's a little bit different here. A little bit, right? Still similar testing and such, but and then again over here, right? It also is cover, correct? So it's a good thing to like. We'll have to see, right? Because I still think Dobby can like really counteract him. just hug him to death again, right? Todoroki doesn't really have a thing to get out of that, but we shall see. We shall see. I still think he has potential, but we'll have to see to what extent that potential is. Correct? Because Dabi is a menace. Dabi could be nerfed this update, right? Dabi could be nerfed this update. He is no longer on a rate up banner, and it's been enough time they could say, you know what, Dabi, you've been a little too good, man. You've been a little too good lately. Got to chop you down. Who knows, right? But again, I did hope that if they were to show this more, like of what it actually nullifies, I'm curious about that because I want to see what it fully nullifies because it could be a very powerful attack. It could be, right? Because in this situation, right, Dabi can go through this, right? Dabi can just hug straight through this, or does it nullify the kick? Correct? If Dabi tries to kick into the hug, will that nullify that? We'll have to see that too, because it will just damage him, yes, but will it knock him down if he's kicking towards you, right? Because you see the range of the kick and the tracking on the kick is insanity. So that'll be a very good test to actually go through. But again, you can see it alpha wise, it blocks it, right? Yeah, alpha wise, it blocks it. So I wanted to see if he kicks through it. Can he kick through it? Because imagine it's like, hey, screw you and your fire tornado. Oh, it'd be so bad. But again, you see when it's level 9, it's a pretty nasty attack. So and remember, that's running through the field. Nobody can really nullify that. It's just running through the field. So most characters have an issue dealing with that too. And he'll be a pretty, like, technically speaking, if you have a team, like if you have a comms with your team, the ability to talk to them while playing, this is a nasty character, right? Because again, helping them get to height if they have no movement, blocking any shots that they're taking. Again, if they're standard character, not again being able to move, I think that he has a lot of potential team based wise, right? But again, a lot of people solo stack and do it that way. So in that case, well, you're screwed. Not much I can say for you there. But let me know what you think. Again, official footage here. I think the character has potential. But again, I don't want to say that 100%. I think he has potential. But we'll see tomorrow. I'll give you my analysis then. So far, I think Overhaul was, to me, Overhaul was just like really freaking good. Mirio was harder to use day one, but he got a lot better. And then I think that, who was before our latest character, Overhaul? Dabi was just nuts. So we kind of have an idea for who's recently been good and bad, or rather good and harder to use. I think this character is more on the easier to use side, but gotta test that and see, right? So take care, have fun. That's like the last thing I'll do. I'll wrap up this video here and then go. Again, it's just the beta over here again, and that's kind of how they are operating this one. I have seen the underwhelming comments. I've seen that, right? I understand that also, that people are saying that. But I don't think that it's underwhelming. I think that we just had higher expectations from it because we were expecting Phosphorus, or a lot of players were expecting Phosphorus. And again, this confirms level 9. We knew that though, obviously seeing the size of it, and there's no way I can see that in a proper way. But yeah, there's no way I can see that in a proper way. And then again, this is level 1 over here, and then expands to 9 at the end. But yeah, that's my take on it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Pretty quick video here, just again go over the official footage. Again, official always, I don't know. It's always good to see just to get the initial idea if any changes were made. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if the animations got better. I really can't tell. But there's that. Again, it also shows the hitbox there too. If you look at it, the fire, it does show the hitbox on it. And yeah, dude, I think this has potential. Correct? I think it has potential. So it's like moving cover. He constantly has cover, but if a movement character kicks right through the cover, was it worth it? What was that cover actually anything? Correct? Because Mirio 100% can punch right through it, but can Ida kick right through it? Can Froppy lick right through it? So we'll see that is a big thing also, right? So take care, have fun. That's been for me. Peace out and enjoy. And yeah, hope you guys had fun.